I Am Great, written and published by I Am Audiobooks. Greatness isn't about being better than others or achieving extraordinary feats that make headlines. True greatness lies in recognizing and embracing your inherent worth, potential, and unique qualities that make you who you are. When you declare, "I am great," you're not making an arrogant statement or comparing yourself to others. You're acknowledging your fundamental value as a human being. The phrase "I am great" serves as a powerful catalyst for personal transformation because it directly addresses your self-concept, which is the foundation of all behavior and achievement. Your self-concept acts like an internal operating system that determines how you interpret experiences, make decisions, and interact with the world around you. By consciously choosing to embrace your greatness, you begin to reprogram this operating system with new, empowering beliefs. Lesson 1. What I am great really means for your personal transformation. Many people struggle with accepting their greatness because they've been conditioned to believe that acknowledging their positive qualities is somehow wrong or conceited. This limiting belief often stems from childhood experiences, social conditioning, or past disappointments. However, recognizing your greatness doesn't diminish anyone else's value. Instead, it creates a positive ripple effect that enables you to lift others up and contribute more meaningfully to the world. The power of self-affirmation lies in its ability to shift your neural pathways and create new patterns of thinking. When you consistently affirm "I am great," you're not just repeating empty words. You're actively rewiring your brain to recognize and amplify your positive qualities. This process triggers a cascade of psychological and physiological changes that affect everything from your posture and facial expressions to your decision-making abilities and resilience in facing challenges. Breaking down limiting beliefs requires conscious effort and persistence. Each time you catch yourself engaging in self-doubt or negative self-talk, replacing these thoughts with "I am great" helps dissolve old patterns and establish new, empowering ones. This isn't about denial or ignoring areas where you want to improve. It's about maintaining a fundamental appreciation for your worth while working on personal growth. Creating a new self-image involves more than just positive thinking. It requires aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your declaration of greatness. This means making choices that reflect self-respect, setting boundaries that honor your worth, and pursuing goals that excite and challenge you. When you truly believe in your greatness, you naturally begin to act in ways that support this belief. Understanding true greatness also means recognizing that it's not a fixed state, but a dynamic journey of growth and discovery. Your greatness includes your potential, your ability to learn and adapt, your capacity for compassion and connection, and your unique perspective on the world. It encompasses both your current reality and your future possibilities. The concept of "I am great" becomes a lens through which you view your experiences and opportunities. Rather than seeing challenges as threats to your worth, you begin to view them as opportunities to express and expand your greatness. This shift in perspective transforms how you approach everything, from daily tasks to major life decisions. Your personal transformation begins the moment you truly embrace "I am great" as your truth. This acceptance creates a solid foundation from which you can explore, grow, and contribute to the world around you. It enables you to approach life with confidence, resilience, and authenticity, knowing that your worth isn't dependent on external validation or temporary circumstances. This chapter sets the stage for your journey of transformation by establishing a clear understanding of what it truly means to claim your greatness. As you continue through this book, you'll discover practical tools and strategies for embedding this truth into every aspect of your life, creating lasting positive change that extends far beyond mere surface-level improvements. Lesson 2. I am great v. I am doing great. The critical difference. There exists a profound distinction between declaring "I am great" and "I am doing great," one that fundamentally shapes our identity and personal growth trajectory. When we say "I am doing great," we're describing a temporary state, an action, or a situation that's currently favorable. It's like describing the weather. It may be sunny now, but that doesn't define the climate. In contrast, I am great speaks to our core identity, our fundamental nature, and our inherent value as human beings. This distinction becomes particularly important when we examine how our brains process these different statements. When we consistently tell ourselves, I am doing great, we create a performance-based self-image that requires constant validation through achievements and external circumstances. This mindset can lead to an exhausting cycle of seeking accomplishments to maintain our sense of worth, making us vulnerable to emotional highs and lows based on our latest successes or failures. The power of I am great lies in its unconditional nature. It's not dependent on what we're doing, what we've achieved, or how others perceive us. This statement acknowledges our intrinsic worth and potential, independent of external circumstances. It's about recognizing that greatness is not something we earn through actions, but rather an inherent quality we possess and can choose to express. Consider how this plays out in daily life. When faced with a challenge, someone operating from I am doing great might think, I need to succeed at this to prove my worth. This creates unnecessary pressure and anxiety. In contrast, someone who has internalized I am great approaches the same challenge thinking. I have the capacity to handle this situation, regardless of the outcome. This subtle shift in perspective creates a foundation of emotional stability and resilience. The transformation from a doing-based to a being-based mindset requires conscious effort and practice. It involves recognizing when we're tying our self-worth to our accomplishments and gently redirecting our thoughts to our inherent value. This doesn't mean we stop striving for excellence or setting goals. Rather, we pursue these objectives from a place of self-assured confidence rather than desperate need for validation. Our language patterns play a crucial role in this transformation. Pay attention to how often you use phrases like, I'm doing well, or things are going great versus statements that affirm your inherent worth. Start incorporating more being-centered language into your self-talk. Instead of I did a great job, try I expressed my greatness through this work. This subtle shift reinforces the understanding that your actions are expressions of your innate greatness rather than sources of it. The impact of this distinction extends beyond personal psychology into our relationships and professional life. When we operate from I am great, we're more likely to collaborate effectively, take calculated risks, and maintain emotional equilibrium during challenges. We're less likely to engage in competitive behavior driven by insecurity and more likely to celebrate others' successes without feeling threatened. Understanding this critical difference also helps us recognize when we're slipping into performance-based self-worth. Watch for signs like excessive self-criticism after mistakes, difficulty accepting compliments, or feeling worthless when not actively achieving. These are indicators that you're operating from I am doing great rather than I am great. The journey from I am doing great to I am great is a fundamental shift in consciousness that creates lasting transformation. It's about moving from a place of conditional self-worth to unconditional self-worth to unconditional self-acceptance. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent awareness and practice, it becomes the foundation for authentic personal growth and lasting fulfillment. Lesson 3. Powerful alternatives to your great that transform relationships. The way we communicate with others shapes the quality and depth of our relationships. While saying you're great might seem like a positive affirmation, it often falls short of creating meaningful connections and lasting impact. Instead, we can employ more powerful alternatives that foster genuine transformation in our relationships. One of the most effective approaches is to be specific and detailed in our acknowledgments. Rather than using generic praise, we can identify and articulate exactly what we appreciate about someone. For instance, instead of saying you're great, we might say, I admire how you always make time to listen when others need support. This level of specificity not only validates the person's actions, but also reinforces positive behaviors and creates deeper understanding. The language of emotional impact also transforms relationships more profoundly than general compliments. When we share how someone's actions or presence affects us emotionally, we create authentic connections. For example, when you helped me with that project, I felt supported and valued carries far more weight than a simple "you're great." This approach encourages vulnerability and opens the door for more meaningful exchanges. Another powerful alternative is to use future-focused language that helps others see their potential. Instead of praising current achievements with "you're great," we might say, "I can see how your dedication to learning will create amazing opportunities for you." This approach not only acknowledges present efforts, but also helps paint a picture of future possibilities, inspiring growth and development. Questions can be more transformative than statements. Rather than telling someone they're great, we can ask questions that help them recognize their own greatness. What inspired you to handle that situation so thoughtfully? Or how did you develop such expertise in this area? These questions encourage self-reflection and help others articulate their own journey and capabilities. The language of partnership and collaboration also strengthens relationships more effectively than simple praise. Phrases like "I value working with you because," or "together we can," create a sense of shared purpose and mutual respect. This approach builds trust and establishes stronger foundations for lasting relationships. Acknowledgement of growth and progress can be more meaningful than static compliments. Instead of "you're great," we might say, "I've noticed how you've developed your leadership skills over the past year." This kind of observation shows that we're paying attention to someone's journey and recognizes their commitment to improvement. Active listening and reflecting back what we hear can transform relationships more profoundly than any compliment. When we demonstrate that we truly understand someone's perspective or experience by thoughtfully paraphrasing their words, we create deeper connections than surface-level praise ever could. The language of empowerment also creates lasting impact. Rather than telling someone they're great, we can help them recognize their own capabilities. Phrases like "you have a natural ability to," or "your approach to." Timing and context matter as much as the words we choose. A thoughtful observation shared at a meaningful moment can have far more impact than casual praise. Taking the time to create space for important conversations and choosing appropriate moments to share deeper feedback strengthens the authenticity of our communication. Through these alternatives to "you're great," we create opportunities for genuine connection and growth in our relationships. By moving beyond surface-level praise to more meaningful forms of communication, we build stronger, more authentic bonds with others and contribute to their personal development while enriching our own relationship experiences. Lesson 4. The hidden meaning behind "I am doing great" psychology explained. When someone asks, "How are you?" the automatic response for many people is, "I'm doing great." This seemingly simple exchange reveals profound psychological mechanisms at work beneath the surface. Our reflexive response often serves as a protective shield, a social mask we wear to navigate daily interactions while keeping our true emotions safely guarded. This defensive mechanism develops early in life as we learn to manage social expectations and protect ourselves from vulnerability. When we say "I'm doing great," we're not necessarily lying, but we might be engaging in what psychologists call impression management, the conscious or unconscious process of controlling how others perceive us. The phrase "I'm doing great" frequently masks a spectrum of authentic emotions that we've been conditioned to suppress. Society often rewards those who maintain a positive facade while stigmatizing the open expression of struggle, doubt, or vulnerability. This cultural programming creates a disconnect between our internal experience and external presentation, leading to what psychologists term emotional dissonance. Understanding this gap between our presented self and authentic self is crucial for personal transformation. When we habitually respond with "I'm doing great" without genuine reflection, we miss opportunities for meaningful connection and personal growth. This automatic response can become a barrier, preventing us from acknowledging our true emotional state and addressing underlying challenges. The psychology behind this phenomenon reveals that we often use such phrases as a form of self-protection. By maintaining a positive external image, we shield ourselves from potential judgment, criticism, or unwanted attention. However, this protective mechanism can evolve into a self-imposed prison, limiting our ability to experience authentic relationships and genuine personal development. Breaking through these social masks requires conscious effort and courage. It begins with developing emotional awareness, the ability to recognize and acknowledge our true feelings without judgment. This process involves learning to sit with uncomfortable emotions rather than immediately covering them with socially acceptable responses. The journey to authentic self-expression involves understanding that greatness isn't about maintaining a constant state of positive performance. True greatness emerges from our ability to embrace our full range of experiences and emotions, including moments of struggle and vulnerability. When we can honestly acknowledge our current state, we open doors to genuine connection and meaningful growth. Psychologists have observed that people who develop the capacity for authentic self-expression often experience improved mental health outcomes and stronger interpersonal relationships. This authenticity creates space for genuine support and understanding, allowing us to build deeper connections with others who may be experiencing similar challenges. The transformation from automatic responses to authentic expression requires practice and patience. It involves developing new language patterns that accurately reflect our internal experience while maintaining appropriate boundaries. This might mean responding to "How are you?" with more nuanced answers that acknowledge both challenges and successes. Learning to navigate this territory skillfully means understanding that authenticity doesn't require complete disclosure in every situation. Instead, it's about developing the discernment to know when and how to express our true state while maintaining healthy boundaries. This balance allows us to remain genuine while respecting both our own needs and the nature of different relationships and contexts. The path to authentic self-expression ultimately leads to a deeper understanding of what it truly means to be great. It shifts our focus from maintaining appearances to cultivating genuine well-being and meaningful connections. As we learn to recognize and express our authentic experiences, we create opportunities for real transformation and growth, moving beyond the limitations of social masks toward genuine self-actualization. Lesson 5: How to completely transform your life in just 30 days. True transformation doesn't happen overnight, but with the right framework and dedication, you can create remarkable changes in just 30 days. The key lies in understanding that this month-long journey serves as a catalyst for lasting change, setting the foundation for your continued growth and development. The 30-day framework begins with establishing clear, measurable goals that align with your vision of greatness. Rather than attempting to change everything at once, focus on 3 core areas of your life that will create the most significant impact. These could be your health, relationships, career, spiritual practice, or personal development. By concentrating your energy on these specific domains, you'll achieve noticeable results that motivate you to continue your transformation journey. Each day of the 30-day challenge should start with intentional action. Begin your morning by reviewing your goals and connecting with your I am great identity. This mental preparation sets the tone for the day ahead and reinforces your commitment to change. Throughout the day, implement specific actions that move you closer to your objectives. These actions should be challenging enough to push your boundaries, but achievable enough to maintain consistency. Tracking your progress is essential during this transformative period. Create a daily log where you record your actions, thoughts, and feelings. This documentation serves multiple purposes. It helps you identify patterns, celebrate small wins, and adjust your approach when necessary. Pay attention to both quantitative measurements, like tasks completed or habits maintained, and qualitative experiences, such as emotional states and energy levels. Building momentum throughout the 30 days requires strategic planning. The first week focuses on establishing new routines and breaking old patterns. During this phase, You might experience resistance or discomfort. This is normal and indicates that change is occurring. The second week typically brings increased energy and enthusiasm as you begin to see initial results. Use this motivation to deepen your commitment and tackle more challenging aspects of your transformation. The third week often presents the greatest test of your resolve. This is when the initial excitement may fade and the reality of maintaining new behaviors sets in. Combat this challenge by connecting with your deeper purpose and remembering why you started this journey. Engage with others who support your growth and draw strength from the progress you've already made. The final week of your 30-day transformation is about integration and preparation for the future. Review your achievements, assess what worked well, and identify areas that need refinement. This reflection helps you develop sustainable strategies for maintaining your progress beyond the 30-day framework. Consider how you can build upon your success and set new challenges that align with your evolving sense of greatness. Throughout the entire process, maintain flexibility while staying committed to your core objectives. Some days will flow smoothly, while others may present unexpected obstacles. The key is to view each experience as an opportunity for growth rather than a setback. When challenges arise, adjust your approach without compromising your ultimate goals. The 30-day transformation is not about achieving perfection, but about creating meaningful, sustainable change. Each action you take, no matter how small, contributes to your larger transformation. Focus on progress rather than perfection, and celebrate the daily victories that move you closer to your vision of greatness. As you approach the end of the 30 days, you'll notice significant shifts in your behaviors, mindset, and energy. These changes serve as the foundation for continued growth and development. The habits and patterns you've established during this period will support your ongoing journey of personal transformation, making "I am great" not just a statement, but a lived reality. Lesson 6. What to do when you want to change your entire life, step by step. The decision to transform your entire life is both exhilarating and daunting. When you reach this pivotal moment, having a clear roadmap becomes essential for success. The journey begins with an honest assessment of your current situation. Take time to evaluate every aspect of your life: relationships, career, health, finances, personal growth, and spiritual well-being. Write down where you stand in each area, being brutally honest with yourself about what's working and what isn't. Once you have clarity about your starting point, imagine your ideal life with vivid detail. Create a compelling vision that excites and motivates you. Consider how you want to feel each day, the type of person you want to become, and the impact you wish to make. This vision becomes your North Star, guiding every decision and action moving forward. With your current reality and desired future clearly defined, identify the gaps between the two. These gaps represent the specific areas requiring change and become the foundation for your transformation goals. Break down each goal into smaller, manageable objectives that you can realistically achieve. For instance, if financial freedom is your goal, create specific targets for income, savings, and debt reduction. Creating your action plan requires careful consideration of resources, time constraints, and potential obstacles. Map out the specific steps needed to achieve each objective, including deadlines and measurable milestones. Consider what skills you need to develop, what habits must change, and what support systems you need to put in place. Implementation begins with establishing new daily routines that align with your goals. Start with 1 or 2 key changes rather than attempting to overhaul everything at once. This might mean waking up earlier, dedicating time to learning new skills, or restructuring your daily schedule to prioritize important activities. Each small change creates momentum for larger transformations. As you move forward, regularly monitor your progress and adjust your approach as needed. Keep a journal to track both achievements and challenges. This documentation helps identify patterns, celebrate victories, and learn from setbacks. Transformation is rarely linear. Expect and prepare for obstacles and temporary setbacks. Building support systems is crucial for sustainable change. Identify people who can mentor, guide, or support you through your transformation. This might include joining mastermind groups, hiring coaches, or connecting with others on similar journeys. These relationships provide accountability, encouragement, and valuable insights when challenges arise. Focus on developing new habits and mindsets that support your desired changes. This includes challenging limiting beliefs, adopting empowering perspectives, and creating environmental changes that support your goals. For example, if health is a priority, reorganize your kitchen, establish new shopping routines, and create spaces conducive to exercise. Throughout the process, maintain flexibility and adaptability. While your ultimate vision remains constant, the path to reaching it may shift as circumstances change or new opportunities arise. Be willing to adjust your strategies while staying committed to your core objectives. This balance between consistency and adaptability is key to successful transformation. Meaningful life changes require patience and persistence. Focus on progress rather than perfection and celebrate small wins along the way. Each step forward, no matter how small, contributes to your larger transformation. As you implement these changes, you'll begin to experience shifts in your identity, confidence, and capabilities, creating a solid foundation for lasting transformation. Lesson 7. The 3 phases of turning your life around completely. Personal transformation is a journey that unfolds through distinct phases, each building upon the previous one to create lasting change. The first phase, awareness and acceptance, marks the beginning of your transformation journey. During this crucial phase, you develop a heightened consciousness of your current situation, behaviors, and patterns that have shaped your life thus far. This awareness extends beyond surface-level recognition to a deep understanding of your thoughts, emotions, and the underlying beliefs that drive your actions. In this initial phase, acceptance plays a vital role in creating the foundation for change. Rather than fighting against your current reality or harboring self-judgment, you learn to acknowledge where you are with compassion and understanding. This acceptance doesn't mean resignation. Instead, it creates the emotional space necessary for genuine transformation to occur. You begin to see your circumstances as temporary conditions rather than permanent definitions of who you are. The second phase, action and adaptation, is where real change begins to take shape. Armed with awareness and acceptance, you start taking consistent, purposeful steps toward your desired transformation. This phase requires courage, commitment, and flexibility as you navigate new territories and challenge old patterns. You'll experience both victories and setbacks, using each experience as valuable feedback to refine your approach. During this phase, adaptation becomes your greatest ally. As you implement changes, you'll encounter resistance, both internal and external. Your ability to adjust your strategies while maintaining your core commitment to transformation determines your success. This might mean modifying your approach, seeking additional support, or developing new skills to overcome obstacles. The key is maintaining forward momentum while remaining responsive to what works and what doesn't. The third phase, integration and mastery, is where transformation becomes permanent. New behaviors, thought patterns, and ways of being become naturally integrated into your identity. What once required conscious effort now flows naturally as part of who you are. This phase is characterized by a deep sense of alignment between your actions and your authentic self. You no longer need to constantly monitor or force yourself to maintain the changes you've made. Integration involves embedding your new way of being into every aspect of your life. Your transformed perspective influences your relationships, career decisions, daily habits, and future goals. You begin to operate from a place of natural confidence and ease rather than struggle and effort. The changes you've made become your new normal, and your old patterns feel increasingly distant and misaligned with who you've become. Moving through transitions between these phases requires patience and understanding. Each phase has its own timeline, and trying to rush through them can actually slow down your overall progress. The key is to fully embrace where you are while maintaining a clear vision of where you're heading. Some days you might feel stuck between phases, and that's perfectly normal. These transition periods often hold valuable lessons and opportunities for deeper integration. Throughout all three phases, maintaining connection with your I Am Great foundation is essential. This core belief serves as an anchor, helping you navigate challenges and celebrate progress. It reminds you that transformation isn't about becoming someone different, but rather about allowing your true greatness to emerge and express itself fully. As you progress through these phases, you'll notice that transformation isn't linear. You might revisit earlier phases as you tackle new areas of growth, but each time you'll do so with greater wisdom and capability. The skills and insights you gain become tools for continuous growth, enabling you to approach future challenges with confidence and clarity. Your journey through these phases creates not just a one-time transformation, but a sustainable approach to ongoing personal evolution and growth. Lesson 8. The 7 steps that create lasting life transformation. True transformation requires a systematic approach that addresses every aspect of your life while creating sustainable change. These 7 crucial steps form the foundation of lasting personal evolution that will help you embody the I Am Great mindset permanently. The first step begins with absolute clarity about your desired transformation. Many people skip this vital foundation and jump straight into action, only to find themselves spinning in circles. Take time to envision your ideal self in vivid detail, including how you think, feel, behave, and interact with others. This crystal-clear vision becomes your North Star throughout the journey. The second step involves creating an empowering environment that supports your transformation. Your physical space, social circle, and daily routines either elevate or diminish your growth potential. Declutter your living space, distance yourself from negative influences, and surround yourself with people who reflect your aspirations. Your environment shapes your thoughts and behaviors more than you realize. Step 3 focuses on developing new neural pathways through consistent practice. Your brain requires repetition to form new habits and thought patterns. Choose one specific behavior or thought pattern to transform and practice it deliberately each day. This might mean replacing self-criticism with self-appreciation or exchanging procrastination for immediate action. The fourth step centers on emotional mastery. Lasting transformation requires the ability to manage and direct your emotional states effectively. Learn to recognize emotional triggers and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Practice emotional regulation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or journaling to maintain equilibrium during challenging times. Step 5 involves creating accountability systems that keep you on track. This includes both external accountability through mentors or support groups and internal accountability through tracking mechanisms and regular self-assessment. Document your progress daily and review it weekly to maintain momentum and identify areas needing adjustment. The sixth step focuses on integrating your transformation across all life domains. True change isn't compartmentalized. It affects every aspect of your life. Ensure your professional goals align with your personal growth. Your relationships reflect your new standards, and your health practices support your evolution. This integration creates a harmonious transformation that feels natural and sustainable. The final step emphasizes celebrating progress while maintaining forward momentum. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small, but avoid becoming complacent. Each milestone is a stepping stone to greater heights. Develop the mindset that transformation is an ongoing journey rather than a destination. Each of these steps builds upon the previous one, creating a solid foundation for lasting change. The key lies in approaching them sequentially while recognizing their interconnected nature. Progress in one area naturally influences others, creating a positive feedback loop that accelerates your transformation. Implementation requires patience and persistence. Some steps may take longer than others, and that's perfectly normal. The goal isn't speed, but sustainability. Focus on quality over quantity in your actions and maintain unwavering commitment to your vision. Regular reassessment ensures you're staying aligned with your transformation goals. Return to step 1 periodically to refine your vision as you grow and evolve. Your definition of greatness may expand as you progress, and your transformation path should adjust accordingly. These steps aren't just theoretical concepts, they're practical tools that require active engagement. Each day presents opportunities to apply these principles in real-world situations. Your transformation becomes permanent when these steps evolve from conscious effort into natural behavior patterns that define your new identity. Through consistent application of these 7 steps, you create a transformation that's not just temporary change, but a fundamental shift in who you are. This is how you move from merely doing great things to embodying greatness in every aspect of your life. Lesson 9. Why most life transformations fail and how to succeed. The journey of personal transformation is often filled with unexpected challenges and setbacks that can derail even the most determined people. Understanding why transformations fail is crucial to ensuring your success on this life-changing path. The most common reason for failure is the misalignment between our desired change and our deeply held beliefs about ourselves. When we attempt to make significant changes without addressing these core beliefs, we create internal resistance that eventually sabotages our progress. Many people approach transformation with unrealistic expectations, believing that change should happen quickly and smoothly. This mindset sets them up for disappointment when they encounter inevitable obstacles. Successful transformation requires accepting that progress is rarely linear, and that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for growth and learning. Those who succeed understand that each challenge they face strengthens their resolve and provides valuable insights for their journey. Another significant pitfall is the tendency to rely solely on willpower and motivation. While these are important elements, they are finite resources that can be depleted. Successful transformation depends on creating systems and habits that support your goals even when motivation wanes. This means establishing clear routines, environmental triggers, and accountability measures that keep you moving forward regardless of how you feel on any given day. The lack of proper support systems frequently contributes to failed transformations. Trying to change in isolation, while surrounded by people who reinforce old patterns and behaviors, can make sustainable transformation nearly impossible. Building a network of supportive people who understand and encourage your goals is essential for long-term success. This might mean joining communities of like-minded people, working with mentors, or even distancing yourself from relationships that hinder your growth. Many transformation attempts fail because people focus too much on the end goal without breaking it down into manageable steps. This overwhelming approach can lead to analysis paralysis or scattered efforts that produce little progress. Successful transformation requires a clear, structured approach with specific, measurable actions that build upon each other. Each small win creates momentum and reinforces your belief in your ability to change. A critical factor often overlooked is the role of identity in transformation. When people try to change their behaviors without shifting their self-image, they experience constant internal conflict. Those who succeed in transformation work first on developing a new identity aligned with their desired changes. They begin to see themselves as the person they want to become, making it easier to take actions consistent with that new identity. The fear of failure itself can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Many people sabotage their transformation efforts because they're afraid of what success might mean or how others might react to their changes. Successful transformation requires acknowledging these fears and developing strategies to move forward despite them. This might involve reframing failure as feedback, celebrating small victories, and maintaining a growth mindset throughout the process. Resilience is perhaps the most crucial factor in successful transformation. Those who succeed understand that setbacks are temporary and maintain their commitment even when progress seems slow or difficult. They develop specific strategies for bouncing back from challenges, whether through daily reflection practices, regular check-ins with accountability partners, or predetermined action plans for handling obstacles. The path to successful transformation also requires regular assessment and adjustment of your approach. Many people fail because they stick rigidly to plans that aren't working, instead of adapting their strategies based on results and feedback. Successful transformation involves maintaining a balance between commitment to your goals and flexibility in your methods for achieving them. Understanding these common pitfalls and success principles allows you to approach your transformation journey with greater awareness and preparation. By addressing these key areas proactively and developing specific strategies to overcome them, you significantly increase your chances of achieving lasting positive change in your life. Transformation is a journey of becoming, not just doing, and each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to embodying your greatest potential. Lesson 10. The morning ritual that makes I am great your new reality. Your morning ritual sets the tone for your entire day, and when crafted intentionally, it becomes the foundation of your I am great transformation. The first hour after waking is a sacred time when your mind is most receptive to new programming and your willpower is at its peak. By establishing a powerful morning practice, you create an unshakable foundation for lasting change. Begin your morning ritual before the sun rises, when the world is still quiet. This peaceful time allows you to connect deeply with yourself before external demands compete for your attention. Start by waking up at the same time every day, preferably between 5:00 and 6:00 am. The consistency of your wake time is more important than the specific hour, as it helps regulate your circadian rhythm and ensures you have enough time for your practice. The first component of your morning ritual should be conscious breathing. Take 10 deep breaths immediately upon waking, focusing on the sensation of air flowing through your body. This simple practice activates your parasympathetic nervous system and creates a state of calm alertness. Follow your breathing with 5 minutes of meditation, allowing thoughts to pass without attachment while maintaining awareness of your I am great identity. Physical movement is essential for embodying your greatness. Spend 15 minutes doing light exercise or yoga, focusing on how each movement expresses your innate power and capability. This isn't about intense workout sessions, but rather about connecting with your body and generating positive energy for the day ahead. Next, engage in verbal and written affirmations that reinforce your I am great identity. Speak your affirmations aloud while looking in the mirror, maintaining eye contact with yourself. The mirror work might feel uncomfortable at first, but this discomfort signals that you're pushing beyond old limitations. Write your affirmations in a dedicated journal, expressing gratitude for your greatness and setting powerful intentions for the day. Visualization is a crucial element of your morning practice. Spend 10 minutes seeing yourself living as your greatest self, experiencing the emotions and sensations of your desired reality. Make these visualizations as vivid and detailed as possible, engaging all your senses. Feel the confidence in your walk, hear the power in your voice, and see the impact you have on others. Reading or listening to inspirational content that aligns with your I am great identity strengthens your mental programming. Dedicate 15 minutes to consuming material that elevates your thinking and reinforces your transformation. This could be a chapter from a transformational book, an inspiring podcast, or educational content in your field of expertise. Create a power statement that encapsulates your greatness and repeat it throughout your morning routine. This statement should be short, powerful, and emotionally charged. For example, I am the embodiment of greatness, and everything I touch transforms into excellence. Use this statement as an anchor throughout the day whenever you need to realign with your highest self. End your morning ritual by planning your day with intention. Review your goals and schedule, ensuring that your daily activities align with your I am great identity. Make conscious decisions about how you'll show up in each situation, anticipating challenges and preparing to meet them with your newfound strength. The key to making this morning ritual effective is consistency. Commit to practicing it for at least 30 days without exception. Even when traveling or facing unusual circumstances, maintain some version of your ritual. The power lies not in perfection, but in the persistent reinforcement of your I am great identity through daily practice. Your morning ritual becomes the sacred space where you cultivate and strengthen your transformed identity. Each morning, you're not just going through motions, but actively creating the reality of your greatness. As you continue this practice, you'll find that I am great becomes more than an affirmation. It becomes your lived truth, radiating through every aspect of your life and influencing everyone around you.